Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teacher Zoobs, and I've dragged Pika Shades into this one.
Yeah.
We went over Dark Knight Returns. Only fitting we do Dark Knight Strikes again.
Yeah.
And
someone
had to
premiere chat about you have asking trying to get Steph and Doxy to it, but
since you and I went over the returns, it's more fitting.
Yeah, it's just
now. Let's go in this with an open mind. It's been a long while since I've reread it. I don't know when's the last time you ever read through it. The last time.
I remember the first times I got it.
Oh, so do I. But let's go in with an open mind.
13 or 14.
Right. But like I said, let's go in with an open mind, shall we? Yeah, but yeah, this is the infamous sequel, the follow-up, The Dark Knight Returns. Now, I want to make this clear. First two issues were before 9/11. The third issue was after 9/11. So the first good 2/3 of it were before, and when Frank's in a different mindset. But this is also post Sin City. And like I have to agree with Linkara, he started writing Sin City and never stopped. And I think it's going to show. Now I will say the cover is not bad.
Yeah, that cover.
Just the image of a fist is always good.
Yeah, that cover. Because like I said before we started recording, the copy I have, it has just the eye.
Yeah. But like I said, that cover, it's just this. And it's when you can also look at it. Oh, never mind. No, you can't. But again, just the image of a fist is awesome.
Yeah.
What is it? Okay, there we go. So yeah, it has been 3 years in the eyes of those who live above. It is 3 years since in the eyes of those who live above I died. I've been very patient. I've trained my students and honed my skills. I've waited and watched the world go straight to hell. But now Joe's sword passed 50,000 after that. You want it? Just listen to that son of a bitch. The State of the Union strong, stronger than it's ever been. Truly, these are the best of times. Careful there, Orson. Curfew violations plummet nationwide. Sure, it's strong like an iron fist. You must have it. Both houses of Congress rise in a standing ovation for President Rickard. Thank you. You're too kind. Now it's taken some doing. Yeah, like doing like repealing the Bill of Rights. Olson, we have sponsors to think about. Yeah, you can't stop thinking about it. But we arrived at peace. You can have it. Of course, we're at peace. We've killed just about everybody who disagrees with us. Our children live in a world free of crime. Our children live in a damn police state. We are prosperous beyond the dreams of previous generation. We're well-paid slaves. Who will stop this? You can have it any time, day or night. My patience at his end. The time has come. Now, I personally think this is, the commercial stuff is Bruce having multiple screens at once.
That is probably how it would look like if it was framed differently. It will probably make it more obvious that way.
Yep. It's safe, it's legal, it's the ultimate high. So let us service you. We'll never let your stocks go flaccid. Maybe you've all forgotten out there. Maybe you think they were urban legends or just costume clowns. But there were men and women with amazing abilities and unbridled courage who battled tyranny and defeated at every turn. What happened to them? Where are they? Where are our heroes? Now, I will say this. I like this for Jimmy. Yo. This is in character for him.
Yes, considering he was one of those young people who looked up and admired and has grown up to this, worshiping in this. He was just where those he looked
and him
up
being in media makes sense too. With the next logical progression of being working in the newspaper.
Yeah,
and he's done that.
From photographer to photojournalist to probably eventually something.
A media host, and actually that happened in the comics. By the time of Electric Blue, he was Mr. Action at WGBS.
Oh yeah, after the Turtle Boy probably got.
Yeah. But we see this great bit with Adam, and I gotta say, this is very much out of 300, wouldn't you say?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. I mean, and it makes sense. He's fighting a microscopic creature. I don't need to read through all this.
Nope.
But let's be honest though, this is also going on a bit long.
Oh.
But then he finally makes himself bigger and then he stands. Of course, he looks like a giant when really, womp womp. Welcome back, Professor Palmer. Where am I? You're in a laboratory. The enemy used your own technology to imprison you. You've been trapped in a refrigeration unit, stored along with experiments in marine microbiology. The bastards trapped me in a damn petri dish. And who would you be, sweetheart? Caroline Keene Kelly, sir. Bruce sent me. That'd be just like old and bad sending in a kid. I'm hardly a kid, Professor. I'm 16 years old. I know what I'm doing. And I'm sorry, her as Cat Girl, I don't like. I never liked this Cat Girl moniker. That's why I preferred her actually being Batman and then Batgirl in Dark Knight 3.
Yeah, that was better than this. Was probably could have been a face, or if we had a Catwoman or an elderly Selena working.
Yeah, we never saw her. We never saw
with
her.
Bruce at this point. She could have helped influence this identity for her at this to test out. Let's go with that.
Now I would say the Chucks Give Me Wheels. That's a continuation. Her doing these shorthand slang words. Don't you remember stuff like Jep and Booster? Peel. Remember that from the first one?
Yo.
When she reworked it. So it's a continuation of her character.
Something that it actually goes.
And I gotta say, I like Ray just hanging on like, whoa.
Yeah. Gary, before catching him on the lower panel, it just a little too casually started going on. Yeah, again, there's stuff about this. Again, some of the stuff here is not bad. It's drawn wonky and the coloring. I hate, again, Lynn Verrill, how do you say her name? She, great colors, but this was not the best project to experiment on. Yeah.
Again, her, taking them out and everything, and butt first, and like, what's with the outfit? Who cares? Blow her in half. Young enough to be my daughter. Like, yep. Oh, and then it goes like, what are you doing, Kit? No. I'm not liking it any more than you are, Professor, but I need both my hands. Like I could have gotten the big light bulb to get myself a pocket to put them in. Trained professional, I figure. I do. Okay, I do like her chastising herself. After being around Bruce so much, she would.
Yeah, would be that. Something that I also pretty much have sometimes criticized. I remember criticizing my mother and my sister something that can you invest in clothes that have pockets?
Yeah. And she did that in the first book too. Again, she would keep chastising herself like, great, some Robin. So again, when it comes to Carrie, Frank definitely, he created her. He gets her. And I would say she's the most consistent. Not a fan of the Catgirl stuff, but nothing here is out of character for her. Would you agree?
No. As long as she doesn't make the same mistakes twice. She can keep telling her to be making mistakes, but as long as they're different mistakes.
Now again, this artwork here is like, what
is going on there?
Again, this is where the coloring is experimenting.
It looks like water or sky or
is it supposed to be the ship coming in? But yeah, then she lands on it. She calls it Tweety, of course. But I love like, group. Oh, hell. I'm going to hurl. Barf. Yeah, because she landed hard and almost swallowed him.
Depends on what part of her mouth she was like. Outside of the teeth, inside the teeth, under the tongue, over the tongue.
I think he hit her uvula. But then we see, going on with the president and everything, like a daring assault on Palmer Laboratory. Assessing the situation, the president minced no word. Stolen were materials that could be used for biological warfare. We must remain calm. Now, of course, it's later made clear this is Lex.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to more to that. In light of the crisis, the president extended the state of martial law into its 19th month. That's the story they want you to hear. But the happy hackers got the real dish. Check this out, straight from the lab's own surveillance system. If that little number's a foreign terrorist, then I'm a guy. And you know I'm not a guy. Bruce, you maniac, you damn fool. What the hell are you doing? It's you. I know it's you. Nobody else could be so good at being crazy. Yes, I'm really like Linkara did. I can't help it. It matched, his delivery matched the writing here. You damn fool.
Pretty much, yeah.
This wasn't the deal.
It's kind
Again,
of
what
hard.
deal?
Yeah, something or other that was the wink at the end of Returns supposed to be a deal that I know and you and
so long as you
I
say
know
underground. Now,
I
think it's more like so long as you stay quiet, I won't do anything. Which was what Bruce was supposed to do. Remember, the whole point was he got too big. So he had to, as Ollie said, you'd have to kill yourself to go back into hiding.
Oh.
Like, you were supposed to lie low. You were supposed to stay quiet. Exactly. But you let her wear the tights. You let her wear the tights. I've been negotiating Palmer's release for months. We almost come to term. But now you've gone and made a crime of it. And you're on your way to making a horrid mess of things. You don't know the stakes. You don't know how many millions of lives hang in the balance. I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen. We all pay for this. We and the 10 million innocents. Your arrogance will bring calamity, atrocity, genocide. Okay, looking back on everything, looking back from the first minute into this, I don't know if this is as much of a Flanderization as much as it is taking what things he set up to their logical conclusion.
Kind of something over here or there.
Because again, Superman thinks he's doing what's right. He's doing the worst thing he could possibly do. But it's more of a case of he starts on
best of the worst situation.
Exactly. Condition. Now, of course, don't tell me who's on the side of the angels, Bruce. I get to save lives. You don't. So again, it's that whole notion of I do this as long as I keep on still being the one sole hero.
Oh.
This used to be so easy. My cave. And so, yeah, we didn't see him as he's getting hooked. Like, are you kidding? I've had a haircut and a shave. I've had a hot shower. I had my first cooked meal and my first decent sleep in 2 years. And I'm not living in a petri dish. You bet I'm ready for action. Good. I have quite a tale to tell you. And we have a world of work to do. Just like old times, huh? No, not like old times. It's a whole new ball game. And yeah, then we see about again, just all this stuff, you know, the possible end of the world, especially with this nuke. And I love like kiss our butts goodbye. You've heard it with wider coverage. Don't miss an inch. News in the nude. Oh boy. Now, of course, Carrie then squeaks over there and being a bit of a fangirl. Sir, may I speak with you for a moment? Sure, kid. What's up? I just want to say I always admired you as a scientist and a champion of justice, and I'm really sorry I picked you up like I did. That wasn't very professional. You didn't do so badly, and you accomplished your mission, didn't you? You got me out of there, and you got talent and guts. Again, moments like this here is some of the better stuff. Almost everything with Carrie is the best writing. It feels like Frank can't screw Carrie up.
Yeah.
Like he's at full size and he's still not all that big. Sure, like only a foot taller than me. I don't say a word about his haircut. Think you're ready for tonight's action? It'll be intense. I'd better be ready. I'm field commander. Bat Boys, hit the battle station. We go operational in 15 minutes. Bat Boys, yeah, they hate it when I call them that. She would so do that. And sure enough,
what would they officially call themselves?
I don't know. But yeah, shrinks through and then almost like, speaking to reporters, the president exuded an unnatural level of confidence, almost like he knew something we didn't. There's no call for panic. Everything's under control. The press coverage suffered a bizarre interruption. Keep in mind that what you're about to see is not a transmission error and that it took place in front of a live witnesses. You media folks have blown us all out of proportion. Here it comes. We still have several days to think out that hunk of rock. Blink and you'll miss it. And we've got powerful resources to deploy. Uh-oh. And what was that? What happened? Pandemonium broke out. The Secret Service agents prevented what appeared to be a physical assault on the president by maverick journalist James Olsen. This is bullshit. Have you ever noticed he's never shaken anybody's hand or kissed a baby? A savvy operator like Rick Rickard? Have you ever wondered why? Well, you got your answer now. He doesn't exist. The president of the United States is a computer-generated image. Strong words.
Oh.
If Olsen's right, who's holding the joystick? If this happens again, I'll break your scrawny neck myself. I swear it won't, sir. Our team will find the glitch. Seriously, that's Lax, this troll-looking guy?
Age has not been kind to him, if that's the case.
Yeah, that's not.
Although if this is supposed to work from the
I think this is
John Burns' older legs.
I think this is meant to be Silver Age mad scientist Lax, who's just always been in the hiding, so he's never needed a public persona before.
That's one way.
Reformat the president. And while you're at it, spike up his compassion level. He's been coming across a little cold. Now get out of my sight. Sir, what about Olsen? We've got him on a felony. Release him. Freedom of speech. It's a wonderful thing, so long as nobody's listening. I like that line! That is such a villainous line, isn't it? Freedom of speech is a wonderful thing, so long as nobody's listening. It's the whole idea of hiding in plain sight. Of course, then we have the question. The world spins mad. The people are so intoxicated by luxury, they've forgotten everything that makes us more than house pets. Reason, truth, justice, freedom. The human spirit is a shattered pane of glass, wrapped in soft velvet and soaked in sugary poison. Evil has seduced mankind, and mankind has shown all the chastity of a $3 whore. Yet I will not yield. I will not beg. I will not accept the corrupt new way of things. No, and nor will I be martyred. I will gather evidence, document every false lie. I will forge my manifesto, my challenge to any free mind that may find it. Now, and like a note in a bottle, cast into the ocean. It will be typed. It must be typed. Computers can't be trusted. They're all tied in now, connected to the power, to the tyrant. Once your thoughts are committed to disk, the tyrants have them. The abyss stares back. The mind of man must be reclaimed. If not by this generation or by the next, then someday, some decade. It is not in my power to affect the change. I haven't the might, but I am not the answer. I am only the question. Again, let us character that he seems to get right.
Yeah, that's another thing I thought about it. Imagine this imagine reading this in my head in Jackie Earl Haley's voice.
Like, it must be type. Computers can't be. Or in what's his name? The Reanimator, because he voiced him in
Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, and they're all tied in now, connected to the powers, to the tyrants. Once your thoughts are committed to disk, the tyrants have it. Both work. Both work. But then of course, and again, distant thunder. No, not thunder. Those are battle sounds. Big explosions going on. This is it, Clark. No more skirmishes. No more compromises. No more deals. No more secrecy. No more silence. No more pretending that we don't exist. Not one more lie. Damn the consequences. The war begins. Okay, I think other thing. Here's one other way you could look at it. Bruce would have stayed silent and quiet if things didn't get worse.
Yeah.
If it stayed with
realized.
Yeah.
At the scene is Lana Harper Lane. So if that's Lana, then she.
And who the hell was Lana? Yeah, she either lost weight or.
Yeah.
I don't.
Actually, this is Harper Lana. So if the original Lana married.
Wait, that was Harper Lane. Wait, Lana Lane. Yeah, this is Lane, not Lang.
Huh. Okay.
So this is a different character.
Okay.
Because that would have been Lana Lang, not Lane.
That even raises more questions.
Unless is this did Lois marry Guardian?
Considering how we saw Superman in a couple of few pages, it's not.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but we don't know. They never make it clear who she is. Just, yeah. Oh, the Bat Boys. Yep, big action. We don't need to go over. I'm not going to read every dialogue here, but yeah, that was the easy part, Bat Boys. Now, beat feet. We're going in. Herb that can't up change it and change its mind. Sure thing, Commander. Confidence is high. So yeah, like doom, you know, throwing all their stuff, and again, all this artwork, it's just confusing, isn't it?
It's basically just an action sequence for the sake of having an action sequence.
Exactly, but like, what is with the stairwell?
Yeah, where does it? Is it a stairwell and not something like a?
It's a winding stairwell.
Yeah, or is it actually on the level like this, or is it a passageway like this, like a collider? Considering how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but of course Bruce shows up there. I still a few seconds to check in on the troops. My boys, they used to be worthless doomed gangs of street thugs, criminals, the kind I used to hunt. Just look at them now. And dear Carrie, Catgirl, she memorized every last vector of their laser defense sequence in a single afternoon. She's a natural. Stay sharp, my little darling. No false moves. Frantic commands bark across the comm system like a pack of wild dogs. I don't shut them down. Quite the opposite. I bring the volume up. Way up. Yeah, just going through again. Doom, boom, boom. Like Herb and Billy and right at the big ugly. Auto distracted 3 seconds. Will do. 3 seconds. Don't wheeze. It's easy. It's easy. Instant sharpener. Nice knowing you, Herb. Oof! Professor, we're in position. As they're making their way in, I do like this. The atom rearranging the atoms. That's clever. That is a clever use of its powers.
Yeah, not to mention it's something that might.
I don't think I've ever done that.
You need to actually reread and pay attention to while it's happening, while you actually, or else it just looks weird.
Exactly. And then of course, you bastard! You bastard! Like he crosses the line. Oh geez, he killed someone. But then he gets shot, and then I do like how Carrie calls it out later. But yeah, throws it in there, and then no, don't look! It's about to blow. Okay,
it looks like a enlarged fingerprint.
I know. Now, okay, this is where the artwork actually works, because it's supposed to be like she said, it's almost hypnotic. So, and then this is the follow up, like. Now, see, this is where it works. This is where the experimenting works.
Oh,
because it's progressive, and they free Barry.
Yeah.
Yep. Damn him! They'll kill Iris for this. No, sir. Iris is safe. We have her. She misses you. She asked me to give you this. And you changed my outfit, huh? Oh, yeah, the old design was real old. Kids these days can't tell the difference between just plain old and classic. I assume Bruce gave you an exit strategy? Huh, right, exit strategy. Yeah, you. Fair enough. Hold your breath. Palmer, you coming along for the ride? I'll find my own way out, Sags. I'm getting whiplash just watching you. Again, this feels fine.
Oh.
Would you agree with that? I mean, the change in the costume thing notwithstanding,
yeah,
this felt like Barry.
Yeah, kind of. It does kind of. But with this comment about old and classic and so on, there's a difference between updating something and replacing it with something else. Like that's a comment I remember from. Remember how was it a decade ago or something ago where they were trying to make a new TV show about the Phantom.
Yep.
About and they said that you get to wear this, then so that the very thin veil of the original Phantom costume, and then it just replaces it with some kind of RoboCop costume.
Like what the hell?
Nothing like the Phantom.
Yeah, no, but at least it is close enough.
Yeah, this is actually close enough, but it's Yeah,
but like I said, the dialogue here again fits. It's like right, exit strategy. Yeah, you fair enough. Again, because that's what you would do. It'd be like, yeah, you're the extra strategy.
Joo.
So yeah, flies out, zooms out of there. So where are we? Mars or something? We're in Utah. I've always loved Utah. This is so cool.
Yeah, sugoi.
Yep. Oh, I love this whole thing. He's writing the phone lines, which he used to do. Like, you need me at this meeting. It's your ass if you screwed us up. You need me. Hold on, I got another call. This better be good. I'm not made out of time. And it turns out, we'll not work for food. Okay, that is a dark humor. The guy acting like, you need me for this meeting. And then it turns out, oh, he's homeless.
Yeah.
On the International Information Superhighway. Do they still call it that? Just try to ignore this, Clark. Just try to sweep this one under the rug. Your masters control almost every aspect of human life, but they can't control information. That time has passed. It's the information age, old pal. You can't silence me, and you can't stop me. And I'm playing for keeps, and I'm going to win. You hear
This
stuff
is
about
still...
Yeah.
Because it's set 3 years after the strikes again. Meaning that this should be set in 1989.
Yeah. But it's supposed to, remember, it's only been 2 years.
3 years.
3 years, I mean 3 years. And yet they're treated like it's the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, brutes, you sociopath, you monomaniac, you megalomaniac. Our world is a glass menagerie, easily shattered, a poor balanced house of cards set to topple, and you're just the man to bring the whole works down. You don't know how bad it could get, and you couldn't care less. Now, again, if you take this at his word, which we know about later on, I get it. It's understandable why he's acting this way, but he's still in the wrong. Would you agree with this? When you're reading this stuff, yes, he's lashing out just as much as Bruce, but at the same time, we know what his worries are.
Yes, when it comes more or less to candor and when we get that.
Yeah. No, never an inch of compromise for Bruce Wayne. You, with no powers except your paltry human skills and your bottomless egotism, your relentless, pitiless, unforgiving hatred for everything that isn't utterly perfect. You'll be the death of us all. We who live in the world of man have to consider the greater good and come to terms with the way things are. The way things are. Okay, I just realized there's something else about this. This is Frank taking his whole idea about the heroes doing what they can, but not overthrowing the government to its extreme. Did you ever realize that? This is taking the traditional DC heroes of, like Superman versus the Elite. This is that moral taken to the ludicrous degree.
Pretty much, yeah. In Superman is willing to bow down to the establishment or tolerate the establishment and not going to force when we're going to the like it was that there if Superman had pretty much but Superman and Batman, if there was another story, another basic main continuity story, it would be both of them looking waterproof evidence to put to get everyone those to put the tyrants in charge to be able to answer for their crimes. That's what would happen in a mainstream story.
Exactly, but here it's taken, like I said, to the ludicrous degree. I mean, it's like what happened when Lex was president. Superman had to accept it, wait until Lex screwed up.
Yeah, and it took all the way until the
end of his first term. The end of his first term.
Yeah, up until that, he was pretty much doing a good job.
I love 2 planets. One is dead, one lives. I love 2 people, both alive, on the razor's edge. You put them all in peril. I may have to kill you this time. I swear I could. Diana, can you hear me? Loud and clear, Clark. I thought you never called. I need to see you, Diana. I need to meet with you. Anytime, darling, anywhere. Oh, Lord. And we know Jared hates this version of it.
Yeah. That actually reminds me that Superman says here that he loves 2 people. That considering that we have
Diana
he has with Diana here,
and his daughter.
So that's not Lois is counted out from it.
But he does care for Lois, as we'll find out later.
Yeah,
He
care,
does.
but apparently does not love anymore. Not the
Well,
way
if you
he
go by
used to.
Superman Year One, he's basically disposed of each woman until he gets to Diana.
Yeah.
Charles Papa, 20-year veteran, Metropolis Police Force, shattered spine, paralyzed. Ralph Johnson, father of two, decapitated, murdered. I didn't have any choice. Wrong. You had 7 other options, and you've been trained in each of them. There was no excuse. This is a war. Figure spiking, a total hold on. Maximum spank rob, you see. It's the same 2 guys from the first book.
Yeah, that's a fun continuity reminder
well, you
that
have
these
to
guys
assume
live
that-
to be to get to play this part in this story.
Especially the ones that you're like, I don't ship, and all that. It's those 2. Yeah, Rob and Don. Right, this is a war, and our commander in chief laid down precious rules of engagement, and you broke them. They were the enemy. Wrong. They were the enemy's slaves. We don't kill slaves. I don't have to take the ship from you. Just look at you. I could break you in half. Wrong again. Okay, this is good. Showing again that she latrine duty for a month. Patch him up. Spare the anesthetics. But then shows, she put up a tough girl act, but even that still bothers her. Soon, away from the rest, she lets herself feel it. Good girl. Good soldier. Again! This is good! She's calling the guy out for being a murderer!
Yeah. It much. Kind of looks at the battle choreography on a... Yeah, she's punching him in the throat somewhere here, and...
I think she jump tackled him.
Yeah,
it takes a couple of color.
It takes you need to look up more than twice in order to comprehend what is actually happening.
And again, coloring works here because it's a movement line. Wham!
Yes.
You know that? Look, and in red where the blood is.
Yo.
Yeah, and notice that's the guy who got shot.
Oh, yeah.
That's the guy that's why he said murdered.
I'm gonna go check the.
Yep. Yeah, if you're early, remember he got mad because he got shot at.
And he shot back.
And took a guy's head off.
Blind fiery. Which one was it?
It was right here. You bastard! Lord! Lord, no! See? It broke. And then when we see with Carrie, it's broken.
Yeah. It's also good that there's still the discipline that Batman enforces. That.
Yeah. Now we then see this guy.
Court martial is also this is some version of court martial.
Yep.
And military discipline.
Right. Now we see this guy trying to be Green Lantern. He doesn't actually have a ring. It just ended up being a fake, harmless laser show. Hal Jordan was the shit, and I mean that in a good way. While Attorney General Snark found the whole episode of music. There's been quite enough talk about these so-called superheroes. Isn't it time we all grew up? Blow it out your ass, your old bag. Mendoza was right. Hal Jordan was a godsend to humanity. But when we turned on him and all his kind, Jordan took us at our word and vanished from the face of the earth. And then we see a bit with Gordon, the most we'll ever see from Gordon. Also, and James Gordon, also the triumph of the pygmies, why we kill Bruce Wayne. I'll tell you what's going on. The chickens are coming to roost. No, not the chickens, the eagles that are coming, you bastards. I wish we saw more of Gordon.
Yeah, it's a...
Oh, boy. Frank's Diet Wonder Woman. Gentleman. Okay, and then now another character that I like. Captain Marvel in this story.
Yeah.
Ma'am? Goodness, you haven't aged a day. How you holding up, Batson? Better than Kent is. He's in a mood. Can't get a word out of him. Now, are they speaking telepathically?
That's something I remember when I was doing the Red Sun video last year. When I questioned the whole thing about how the Red Sun Superman was trying to call out similar in a telepathic way help from his Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And I just had to go to never mind. Apparently, the post-credits version of Wonder Woman had some form of telepathy as a gift from
Right.
some god.
Right. Like, I didn't come all this way to watch you mope, mister. Speak to me. Quit pouting, farm boy. Speak. We can't go on like this. Look at us, hiding on the dark side of the moon like a pack of cowards, skulking about the same rooms where we used to strut as the glory-born Justice League of America, all the while letting monsters rule the world. What have we become? You've become exactly what I always dreamed you'd be, Kent. Pliant, obedient, servants, each of you, to the will of your betters. But now
That's
you've screwed.
Luthor.
Yeah. But now you've screwed up. You thought the board would tolerate this violation of our terms. You thought you could spy against your masters. You thought you'd keep this meeting a secret from me. My agents are everywhere. Everyone, where even on your lovely island, dear Diana. It would be a pity to incinerate it. Your women may yet be of some use. And it would be just plain cruel to torture your sweet little Mary to death, Batson. You bum. Still, some small gesture is merited, some gentle slap on the wrist, just so we all understand each other, which brings us back to you, Kent. Now, Luthor and Brainiac, it makes sense to go with these two, but the handling of them makes no sense in any version. Especially Brainiac.
Yeah, this
Luthor, you could argue it. Luthor, you could argue. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
But Brainiac, nothing.
Brainiac is above everyone else, so this would be beneath him.
Yeah. Now, of course, we've never seen how Frank, because we never got the final issue of Superman Year One, so we never knew how you would have introduced Brainiac. Because I am curious with the early days.
Year 3 ended with Superman going to confront Brainiac.
And originally it was announced as 4, but it got reduced to 3.
Huh.
So I think they dropped the 4th one. Probably because my guess is John Romita was going to go work on the other Superman books.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was never properly safe in this proud city from your doomed planet, Kent. True, I stripped your fellow Kryptonians of their power. I made them very, very small, but they live. At my whim, they live. My whim. I know you've got good eyes, boy. Watch closely. I beg you, don't. Now listen to your fair cousin Kara. She's calling your name. Cal, where are you? Why have you forsaken us?
Wait, that's Supergirl?
A Supergirl. Well, my guess is this is supposed to be a Kara that obviously never became Supergirl.
Your fair cousin Kara. This is Kara still.
Yes, but this is one who never became Supergirl, obviously.
Yeah, but it's the stand-in who would have been Supergirl if.
Yep. Don't miss the detail.
Killer kill Kara so that we could have the Lara Supergirl.
Yep. He kills them. He exterminates all of them. Well, actually, no. I don't know if he killed Kara because we don't see her there. But just simply said an entire family wiped out.
Okay, yeah.
So she's there, but then he's making an example of a separate family. Because I think even Brainiac knows if he killed Kara, that would set him off. But kill just some random family that's still part of the Kryptonian bloodline would make his point, but not push him to that nth degree.
Okay, yeah, that's the moderation in it.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense though. And when you that is Brainiac thinking. If you want to stick it to him, don't kill Kara because that'll push him over the edge. Kill someone else that's still ending a part of the bloodline. Yeah. Now, of course, given what happens to Kandor in Dark Knight 3, I'm pretty sure Kara is dead.
Yeah, because she was never brought up.
But okay, that I do like the image here of him twisting the floor. That I like.
Yeah.
That is a good moment because you never think about that. I'm like just crushing it. So yeah, Bruce, you and me, we're gonna have us a talk. And he flies down there. Goodness, Clark, your blood is up. That sonic boom of yours must have taken out half the windows in Gotham. It's not like you to waste so many taxpayer dollars. Okay, now this is where I get problems with Bruce. He doesn't care about why Clark is so mad.
Yo,
Not until later. Once he finds out Kandor's involved, That's when he finally loosens up.
Yeah, like we could have avoided a lot of conflict that comes after it
Yeah, he
between
just
those
thinks
two
Clark
scenes
is just.
if they had just talked.
It's so because we saw what happened when they talked beforehand. But here he's just assuming Clark is just being all, oh, he's mad for some reason. Now I think because Bruce has no idea about Candor. I think they made it clear he has no clue about Candor. Like, children to your quarters. Leave this challenge to the old farts. Tune in, watch, and learn. This is going to be large. You're as subtle as ever, big guy. Nobody ever knew you were coming. I love it. Meet Fido. I love whenever they use the giant robot T-Rex as an actual weapon.
What compare the pixel art in the next page when
this makes no sense.
But would that make it a hologram distraction?
It could have, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the electronic sparkling and zapping. But then, of course, we are your biggest fan. We love you so much. We want you to make you die very painful death. You've hit a new low, Bruce. Whee! You knocked my block off. Me, I'm so happy. Do it again. You slow down, old bean. Let me show you faster than a speeding bullet. Barry, what? Dropping stuff on. And then Ollie with a robotic arm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, considering how considering if it's an active war, even in the shadows, it would make his job a lot easier than just using his teeth.
Yeah, and the kryptonite napalm, of course. You've never been much in the smarts department, and when you're pushing 60, smarts count. He's all yours, Professor Palmer. Be gentle. Nothing personal, Clark. Sure, I'm enjoying every second of this. What? But it's nothing personal. But yeah, they knock around, throwing off his equilibrium. And Bruce, I just wanted to talk.
The sad thing is that as a more durable Kryptonian alien, Superman couldn't survive that.
Yep. Boom,
a human being, as we know.
But he's been weakened by the kryptonite.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm done talking. Get out of my cave. Again.
Didn't even ask why he's here.
No, again, he's just presuming Clark's mad that he broke all the others out. And that was the first issue. I'll say this. There is something good to like about it. I will still acknowledge that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, you can say there is a story there that could be fixed and ironed out, and with some fixes to the artwork and maybe rearranging some scenes or finishing some backgrounds.
And again, the coloring could have fixed a lot.
Yeah.
But then we get this issue. The Daily Planet magazine. There's no way in hell Perry's alive. He would never have allowed this.
No.
It can't be Perry.
Yay.
Oh boy. Has everyone gone nuts? What the hell is going on? Okay, now what do you think about this whole idea of the super chicks? This whole idea of now this is clearly not Dinah. This is clearly not Dinah. This is the one who's taking up the mantle of
young to be Dinah at this point. Even when Oliver and Dinah had the age gap between themselves in both crises.
Because we know she'd existed.
Dinah would be Oliver's age in the main continuity with Oliver being as old as he is now.
This is clearly a girl. This is clearly a teenage girl. But like I said, this whole idea of the talking about heroes, it makes sense. This is taking the idea. I think he's taking the idea of cosplaying to an extreme.
Way too extreme.
To a point, but it's more of a case of people like are taking this cosplay stuff and they think this is the new thing in. Like they look like they're sprayed on. Well, now it's Canary, but with the others, yeah. Are they heroes or are they assholes? I think this whole superhero thing is playing with the public. Just look at the polls. Pish tosh. The American people are a drooling pack of troglodytes. This is exhibitionism, pure and simple, and symptomatic of the core thing of our culture. What's that mean? What's he talking about? We're talking about real people with real lives here. Some of these people are putting themselves in mortal danger. Even these super chicks are risking arrest. this means something to people. It's not like we're like hurting anybody or anything. I'm like, get a clue? Like we pay our government to collect our trash and dispose of the president and dispose of it. The president simply decided to apply that dynamic culturally. I don't understand what anybody's saying. Like, is there something you're afraid of, Mr. President? Why ban the tights? At least they're wearing something. That black canary is hot. Shut up, I'm talking. So now the president brings the hammer down on 3 bouncy tarts for making the lawn green by shaking it for adolescent boys who've got testosterone coming out of their ears and grown men old enough to be their fathers. An executive order banning the super chicks. What's with that? What's he so scared about? Okay, it's ridiculous, but I get where Frank is going with this.
It's about
it's the idea of, again, a cosplaying fan being overreacted by Lex because he's worried that this is going to lead to them being inspired to actually take up the heroics. Because what happened, but not realizing by going after them, you're going to encourage them.
Yeah,
which is typical Lex. Would you be honest? That's typical Lex right there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's also some angle I'm trying to also figure out in my head, but will be too long on the left.
We're going all over this bouncing around. But it's like, are all these people in the same studio, or they say he hacked his way in?
They're probably in a Teams. Teams.
This is before Teams ever existed, of course.
On a early version of Teams, and this chat live would probably, if this was done today with the values that they had back then, this would probably be another version of OnlyFans.
Yeah, but I say some of the jokes here are like, they make me feel fat. Some of the lines here are so relevant still, aren't they?
Yeah.
What does this mean for our children? Oh, hey, that Wonder Chick. Whoa, baby. Yeah, whoa, hey, I would. Anyone who doesn't like the super chicks is a hole. And maybe the president doesn't exist, but that hasn't hurt him in the polls. Shut up! Now that's a good Batmobile.
This looked like a first drawing that was made, and
but then he's killing these people. Life doesn't get any better than this. God, I love my job. No, wait, actually, no, I take it back. No, he's not. He just plowed into it, and he's just scattering them. This is not knocking them out the window. They're in the building. You just can't tell, except for this guy standing there.
Not to mention, where's the floor? Where's the line between the window and the floor there? It's a lot of things that you could fix with some kind of art fix-ups. Like, draw a line that, okay, this is window, this is floor. And he can do that.
The only thing you can tell is the floor is because this guy's just standing there like, huh?
Okay, that's a shadow under the Batmobile there. That kind of helps, but it's something that you need to be pointed at or.
And where's the wall of glass that shows? We just see the shards. We don't see the wall. Again, and
redraw some fixes that would help.
Exactly, but yeah, he starts taking to him using the new cape that cuts through people.
The cape would probably have weights in the back because the weights probably help it get a shape when it's done like this.
Yep. Now, of course, feel that shutter looser? It wasn't an earthquake. It was your beta base, the one you kept on nearly every human being there is, the one that let you blackmail, terrorize, bribe, and murder everyone who opposed you. Your little hostile takeover of the planet. It's gone. And don't get your hopes up. I'm well aware of your contingency plan. Your phone's about to ring. Ring. I just took out the backups in Moscow, Tokyo, London. Oh, yeah. I nailed the copy in Allentown, Pennsylvania, too. I like that Lex would keep in some obscure place. Another backup. I like that level of preparation. You have the big cities, and then there's some nowhere place.
Yeah, something that no one would look at.
But Bruce, you're going down. Now, the leaving the Zorro mark, that makes sense for old man Bruce, if you ask me, to make a point.
That's actually something that I actually have been needed to point out to some people, like that. The Zorro mark is pretty much...
It's the
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 way,
branding.
yeah, not the Zoromark, the branding that were BDS.
Yeah.
Those were pretty much good. I've seen that early that the Batflex
So why
version
did he take it
of
from this one?
Zoromark before
Why-
it got
yeah.
corrupted by Luthor and Anatoly.
Exactly. The boss leaves his mark. Why is it Z? I can't guess. Must mean something to him. So Bruce never told her yet. Striking terror. Best part of the job. We scared the crap out of Lex Luthor. Yeah, and you make things worse.
It's they
Okay.
yeah they made worse. It's this
Well,
could they have come actually taken him out and put in some of their own private prisons?
I don't know about it. Elongate Man using Jin Gold as a enhancement makes sense. Of course, where's Sue? Where's Sue?
Yeah, I was about to ask that. And
That can't be
also,
Sue. She's too young.
Yeah, can't be so. Like where he's supposed to be a married man, and wouldn't this be more like something that Booster would have done?
True, but he needed someone else who stretched. Of course, the North Pole. Mighty fortress stood here once, a fortress of solitude. But then came Luthor and Brainiac. Then came fire streaking from the sky, incinerating my love's precious sanctuary. My love, Clark, speak to me. And there he is, like, Laura, how is she? Infuriating, willful, just now 17, her father's daughter. Strong, smart, and darling, she flies. She'd love to meet you. She pines for you. She's confused about things only you could possibly explain. Never. They're always watching me. If I met her, they will know she exists. They must never know she exists. Never. She must never be their slave. Swear to me, you will never let them near her. My time is done, but you must stay strong for Laura. Never let them near her. Never let them know of her. Never. Swear? No, she will not live a coward's life. Her time will come. She will face the enemy in her own way. She will be wise. She will be brave. Brave? What's it to be a brave about? What fight is there left to fight? It's over. It's been over for years. We had our war for human freedom and we lost. We're beaten, crushed. We're a joke. We're worse than a joke. We run about stopping this disaster and that quietly, secretly, and do nothing about the evil that rules the world. We do what we must. We save lives and we wait for a chance. Just one slender chance. That's all we've ever needed. In all our adventures, over all the years, we will persevere. Forget it, Diana. It's too late. Look at me. I'm as good as dead. Bruce broke me down to pieces like I was a high school geometry project. I've lost it. I'm finished.
This
I've had
is kind of this is basically what Frank Miller has usually done. Even 300, the most conversations were like speeches at each other. But this,
I would say though, I get this bit. Actually, reading the dialogue, Clark is having a crisis because he realized we done fucked up, and we've had to suffer for it.
It would be also kind of look like this conversation he is having with Diane. This is something that he has thought through while sitting there trying to
because
come up with answers to questions that he hadn't been asked for, that he would expect her to ask her.
Especially the time at the way it was set up in Dark Knight Returns, questionable, amoral, but preferable. You know, you can understand why he could accept it. Once Luthor took over, then you're like, oh crap.
Oh.
But yeah, damn you, I could kill you myself. Where is the man who stole my Amazon heart? And then they bang. Now, what do you think about him getting the Golden Age outfit? No idea where it came from.
He had lying around.
Probably in the fortress. Remember, they're still at the remains of the fortress.
Yeah. Kind of weird that he put clothes on and then decided to have sex.
Yeah. And just boom.
Like the other way around.
And they just killed those people on the aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
And then she's pregnant already? What? That's not how fast it works.
Not with humans. It's probably an artistic license with
Her be Amazonian Kryptonian.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. Thanks for getting the big guy back up and running, Diana. He's got work to do. So do you. Duty calls. We've got your basic billions in peril action happening. The hero race needs saving. You know the drill. And I do get how Bruce realizes this is a ploy to lure them out. But it's like, no, we got to continue with our plan, which, okay, that is a Batman thing to know when it's a ploy. But at the same time, and he knows the League will go deal with it. That's why he feels he doesn't need to go do anything.
Yeah, that's something that they would.
That makes sense for Batman there.
Yeah, it's pretty much no different from year one. Like there were those sting operations that they were when they were trying to catch him in when the GCPD was trying to catch him. He could see right through it.
Yep. How come with the private eye look anyway? It's raining out there. So what's the man got to do to get a drink around these parts? Teleport. Ralph Dibny. The years have not been kind. So yeah, there's the spaceship. I am Kal-El, son of Krypton, defender of planet Earth. State your business. Gets knocked down. Now Luthor is willing to now have Superman be made public for the first time in decades. Why? So then he can see the public and see him get his ass kicked. Now, some of this stuff, it's like, again, more building up the super chicks and everything and showing how that's been going on. But then, oh my, it's him. They said he was dead. They said he never existed. It's really him. Again, this makes now this whole bit and the inmates taking over, and they're basically now just like, Rick Riddle means this, born on a Monday.
That's a horror scenario that.
Yeah.
Too many questions again. Like, it's just, yeah, that happened, but how did it happen? Which actually were. Riddler was not that
well, basically they've been stuck in there for so long that obviously his mind would break. Because remember, this has been for 5 years.
5 years? That would have been simply 2 years before returns.
Yeah. Which explains why they didn't have to deal with anyone else. But wait a minute. Yeah. I think this was the asylum different from the sanitarium from Dark Knight Returns.
Kind of
sure,
like
it was a sanitarium in Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, asylum and a sanitarium, those are two different things. So they pretty much, threw everyone in there and locked it.
And they just kept Joker away and Harvey because Harvey was probably well on his way.
Yeah, and the Joker was hard.
Catatonic.
Yeah, that's why I say quotations.
Now, I will always give Frank this. He made it very clear just how powerful Plastic Man can be.
Yeah.
I will always give him props. And of course, something that Scott Snyder would take something from.
Yes, we saw this in Metal.
Yep. He could kill us all. For him, it could be easy. We're doomed. And I love it. It's like, hey, thanks, Bats. You've always known how to slap a little sense into me. I'm ready and raring to go. Say, what year is it anyway? The year we fix things. The year we set things straight. With you, dude. You know, I always hope this is actually happening, that I'm not still in the egg having one of those dreams. I mean, that'd be okay, but it'd be cool if it was real. Hey, wait a minute. It's gotta be real. I never could have dreamed up anybody as boring as you. Look at you. You're pathetic. All you do is stretch. You don't even turn into stuff. I don't get any complaints from the babes, silly putty. Babes? Hey, I do, babes. Let's get rolling, guys. He's like, let's just get out of here.
I think Gail Simone took this concept when she was trying to start writing Plastic Man and do the whole.
Well, they did it for a joke, yeah. But Neil O'Brien.
He did a joke and then.
Plastic Man. Immeasurably powerful, absolutely nuts. Again, I do again, some of these characters he handles well, others not so much. But it's like the Question, Barry, Ray, Plastic Man, Captain Marvel.
It's kind of something that actually you're gonna take that you see only a few glimpses of them here and there. If you have to pay more attention to and have that how he goes with them go on longer, it would probably fall apart sooner or later.
Yeah. Now, I should point out, it was DC's edict that he add more of the other heroes. That was something he was told to do.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy, come on, admit it. That really hurts, doesn't it? Um, but like you've always been a lame ass guardian, and now you're an all lame ass. You never even saw me coming, and you thought you could help out Superman. What did your wife have to say about that? Bastard, you're not the Joker. The Joker's dead. You can't be the Joker. Maybe I'm not, but then whoever could I be? Now, here's the thing: is this Rob Dick Grayson or is this Cosmic Lad?
Yeah, because the costume he's wearing is
Cosmic Lad. And now, of course, the hair looks nothing like it. But if this is meant to be Cosmic Lad, then this would give more credence to then what happened to Dick. That it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, damn. But yeah, they see him and they go like, in this time of peril, we must open our hearts to the good people of Metropolis. Ah, damn it. Who cares if the president doesn't exist? He's a great American. But yeah, we're seeing everything. They're seeing this great moment of Superman fighting the alien, but then it's revealed it's Brainiac. And Tracy tells them this is the whole point. Like, yes, a deterrent. And we're catching you in, Kent. You, the main man, the greatest superhero of them all, defeated, disgraced, destroyed, while all the world is watching. And for the sake of another world, you're going to let it happen. Another world, your beloved Krypton, nothing left of it now but radioactive space garbage. And you and 10 million living souls, the last of your species, shrunk, bottled, powerless, helpless at my mercy. Turn tail and run, and Kandor lives another day. Fight me, and the last of your kin die screaming. Your name and blaming you, Kal-El of Krypton. I won't fight, nor flee, nor will I fight. Do your worst. Again, that fits Superman in that situation.
Oh.
He would rather martyr himself. I mean, given everything that led up to this is a Superman thing to do.
Yes, it is kind of sad but true.
But yeah, everyone's like, no, he's lost his goddamn nerve. Oh!
Could I actually try to make it look convincing? Or...
Yep. Damn it, Bruce, people are dying. Last I remember, saving innocent people was part of our job. Man, you're as sick as Clark is. That robot is a trick to flush us out so they can kill us. This is my show, my war. We follow my strategy. Your war, it's always been a war to you, hasn't it? It sure as well has. And if all of you deputized little public servant had seen it for what it was, we wouldn't be living in a damn slave state. Gentlemen, I'm getting some major readings from the Pentagon. Something's going down large. Guys, we blew it, Barry. We spent our whole careers looking in the wrong direction. I hunted down muggers and burglars while the real monsters took power unopposed. And the rest of you, just look at you. Just look at Clark. He used to be good for something. Now look at him. Look at what he let them do to you. I don't blame Clark. He does what good he can. But you, I'm ready to blame. Dragging kids into your holy war, it's sick. I'm serious, guy. We're talking military strike. Target Costa Rica rainforest. Wars are always fought by children, and there are always innocent casualties. You can't free a planet from tyranny and keep everybody happy the whole time. You want to fight me? Then fight me, damn you! But don't tell me to compromise. I've seen where your compromises have gotten us. Do you realize what these bastards can do? Mission in progress. Codename Sanagar. Sanagar? Jesus. Barry, you better. I'm at the rainforest. There's smoke. Okay, I love it. Barry, you better. I'm at the rainforest. But again, there's argument here. I get what Bruce is going for. Things have gotten so bad because of the compromises.
Yes.
And he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. It's just, this is also, most of this is just, the art is not actually delivering the whole thing well enough, not to mention the most, and whatever it's trying to show is not enough, and then whatever is also happening is told and not shown.
Yeah, but like I said, from the moral standing, there, Bruce makes a point. He does. I can't argue with his point.
Yeah,
is it Batman though?
Yeah.
No.
It's the point. He's making a point there.
But is it actually Batman? No.
Yeah.
Again, This feels like an extra. Oh, let me phrase it. This is Batman turned up to 11.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's
without Bruce Wayne balances there anymore. He can be called Bruce, but
he's Batman. This is Batman. This is like I said. Bruce is gone by this point.
Not even in the passenger seat anymore, or in the back seat.
Probably in a trunk. In the trunk.
Yeah.
This is pure Batman. This is Batman. But no, I take it back. There has to be a little bit of Bruce to still be caring about Carrie, to be caring about what little he cares about for his friends. That's the last inkling of Bruce.
Yeah,
because
as long as we have Carrie still here, then you can still know that
it's like the Doctor. He's like the 11s. This is what happens when you travel alone for too long.
Yeah.
Remember? Do you remember? You know about that line?
Yeah,
that fits. Wouldn't you say? This is number 11.
Yeah.
How the 11 can be when, like he said, when he's alone, when he's pushed to the edge. That's how Batman is.
Yeah. Man at 12 also. The doctor.
12 to a degree,
You're dealing with me.
Yeah, the man who fights the monsters.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then whoever it was that kills the creeper, we don't know who. That we can't tell. You know what I mean? We can't tell who.
The costume is not.
It's covered. It's
covering him. Covering the costume.
I think so. I think we're supposed to imply that it's the same guy because he's also blonde-haired.
Yeah.
Set me up and go and take the edge off. And yeah, Martian Manhunter here.
Smoking.
And basically he's saying how he lost his abilities after one of his organs failed. And now if that happened, I could buy that to a degree. That he's stuck like this.
Yeah.
But I wish to sit here. I paid fair rental for this chair and table. Custom dictate to give me this glass of poison. I am not, however, under any obligation to consume it. Yeah, I figured it was something like that. Just trying to get your goat. You shouldn't ought to have come looking for me and looking me up, Vic. You're wasting your time. I know why you're here, and I'm useless to you. Oh, yeah, basically, having this talk back about it, and back and forth. And he says, like, ever since my third kidney went tits up, something cuts me. It goddamn cuts me, and I goddamn bleed it. Basically, he's Marv. He turned John to Marv.
Huh.
He looks like him, doesn't he?
Yeah, kind of like Mickey Rourke. Not like Mickey Rourke, but the character that Mickey Rourke was playing. Yeah. Yeah,
and again, they're showing him just jumping around. Of course, there's nanobots in his head from Luthor, so that's the other thing scrambling him up. And Question is trying to talk sense into him, but he's like, "Stay close to me. You've got a chance." So yeah, basically he convinced him, to go into it. But yeah, we have Captain Marvel helping. Like, I want to have your child, ma'am. You're making me blush. And finally, there she is. There's Laura.
Yeah.
But I love this with the help from Zeus. Okay, that is awesome.
Yeah. Good.
But of course, I guess that's pretty much Cassie's lasso. The lightning.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Now this is supposed to be elongated lad. But yeah, so John already goes down pretty fast. And Joker Boy went up with him and never stopped laughing. That's why I'm wondering if these are different individuals.
Could probably be that. Hold on, I need to put this, All
right. Go ahead.
The batteries are running low on this lamp.
That's all right. But yeah, so John's dead and Joker Boy's gone up. Now again, if this is meant to still be Dick, then this is making it very clear by this point that there's no getting through him, that he's just insane.
Oh.
And this would explain then why, again, later, like we said, you and I talked about when we did Dark Knight Returns, The way Bruce treats him makes sense. Cause it's clearly all of these guys are seeing by this point, Ollie's seen him. Bruce probably has a feeling who it is.
Yeah.
And he
Or
probably
if they're
yeah.
different individuals who wear different costumes.
Either way, he knows if Dick ends up being one of them, he's too far gone. But yeah, both of them go down and then finally, Father, you are wrong. This time is ours. This world is ours. The power is ours. The power has always been ours. We didn't find out about Hawkman, Hawkgirl had kids.
Oh, and
Yep.
they never this was before Jeff Jones they took the reincarnation.
Yep. But yeah, the parents died, and they're like, you're gonna get what I never got. Retribution. Okay, now then we have this with all things being equal. I hate losing one of the big ones. Bodies, I mean. Those great big, giant, and city straddling whoppers that cost a fortune. Again, this is not Brainiac!
Yeah, this does not sound like Brainiac.
It doesn't. It sounds like it'd be Lex reprogrammed him, that would make sense.
But it was never
No.
This is another thing that Dark Knight Strikes Again, they could restore some of it by editing some of the dialogue to add some context that is missing.
They could have.
And fix the art here and there.
This again, there is a story here. I would say this is not the utter garbage everyone claims it is. There is good here. I'd say it's a good 60% good, but it's the other 40% that is atrocious. Like, I'm not from Kansas, you son of a bitch. I'm an Amazon. It's hard to control, isn't it? The heat vision. Of all the powers, it takes the longest to master. When I was a baby, I almost burned down my parents' house. It did cost them a shed. Pa was furious. Laura, what sort of word have I given you? See right there, that is a good Superman dialogue.
Yeah, it is. That's a bit of heat vision. There was some theory that some people brought up that using the heat vision could temporarily make Superman blind when he uses it, so it's because in bursts.
Yeah, we've actually seen cases of him sometimes seeing through it.
Okay, yeah, in some cases, but some versions may have it be like that.
Yep.
So that's some theory that some people I have seen talking about on Twitter.
Brainiac jumping into
this.
Yeah.
It's X now.
Yeah. Brainiac jumping into this body, it's weird, but I'm not going to say it's bad.
It's a drone body.
Yeah. It's no concert. It's the Boston Tea Party. We bring the hammer down. So yeah, they decide to go there and let's say, Barry, taking away all their stuff, go home. Of course, Ollie with Dinah, not Dinah, with Black Canary.
Yeah, it's kind of
hey, you remind me of my old ex, Rodney King. So yeah, the fact that they're going in ready to shut down that concert. All right, its aim is impeccable. It's Carrie's plan to grab all the fad, a fleeting fashion trend, and turn into a revolution. Children, pull on your tights and give them hell! Again, that I find interesting. They increase their numbers through this because, again, Lex is being an idiot. Everyone else but him knew it would have been a fad that would have just faded away, but he had to goad them.
Yeah, it's pretty much the whole thing that the less attention you pay to something, the more it fizzles out and fades away.
Exactly. Oh, now this is apparently hell.
Yeah.
Gone on to live with some other alien white woman and have a kid with her. We see Captain Marvel.
Showing how.
Yeah.
Okay, Hal was somewhere between Parallax and Spectre when this story came out.
Yeah, but I think this is Frank going with the idea of if a ring is supposed to time the willpower and everything, and this is before Jeff Johns will explain what made up the central power battery. I think Frank was going with the idea of the central power battery was just pure will, and if Hal could have pure will, he wouldn't need it.
Well, that's what Rebirth ended up doing when he actually
Well, yeah.
forged his own ring from his own will.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's what Frank was going here for. That this is Hal fully realized. I'll be honest. The whole idea of him pairing up with this alien babe just to get away from Earth, I'm not against it.
Yeah, kind of simple
It's
designs.
weird. It's weird, but it's a Silver Agey kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this bit. This is where we start getting to the 9/11 bit. But I love this moment. Hold on. I'll fetch Clark. We'll get you clear. Then you can turn in the Batson file. That'll buy you time. I sure appreciate the thought, ma'am, but I don't have time to buy it. Went and caught myself one hit too many. I'm all but gone. Besides, I never turned to Billy. A lot of people got that wrong. What happened was, me and Billy, we switched places. That is true. Some versions did that.
Including Injustice.
Yep. And he was never in the best of health. He died 8 years ago. I'm going on a one-way trip. One-way trip? Where do you go? Where's a wish go? Where's a dream go when you wake up and you can't remember it? Nowhere. Give everybody my best. It's been nice existing. Say the word, warrior. Go out with a lion's roar. Shazam! Again, that is
Great
the best scene in this whole book.
Yeah.
And you can tell the 9/11 influence here. Better than Holy Terror.
Yeah, this was the because Frank obviously needed to write this on what he had written previously.
Exactly. And okay, this is continuing on from what he had what he clearly was already working on before it went down. I do like the whole idea that Wonder Chick is the dumb one of them all, and you have Back Chick being the smart one. I hope we've got more to say than that. We're looking at a seismic cultural shift here with profound political consequences. That's why everyone's wearing the tights all of a sudden. It's in the zeitgeist. What's a zeitgeist? Sounds like a disease. God, you are so ignorant. And you're so totally a total bitch. But I'm like so totally out of the group. Uh-oh. Like, we aren't here to rule. We aren't here to bring chaos or anarchy. We're here to end the reign of criminals. Luther, Brainiac, this is only the beginning. Tyrants, your days are numbered. You can't fight us. You can't find us. We strike like lightning, and we melt into the night like ghosts. Metropolis, the city of dreams, 2 weeks later. There's nobody left to rescue. There are countless dead, but few corpses. Countless dead, atomized, countless loved ones, including Perry and James. Yeah, Jimmy's dead now. Jimmy dead.
And Perry was alive too.
Yeah, the prove of that super chick thing. And Lois, goodbye. I will give this. Frank at least cared enough to give respect. Yes, he killed her off, but it shows that he still cared.
Yeah.
And then Lois kept that. Lois kept that necklace. I think, you know what I think? I think Lois always loved Clark, but he gave up being Clark long ago.
Yeah.
And that photo, I think, proves it. Would you agree with that?
Yo.
Sir, who is Candor? Why do you ask? The monster Brainiac, he just teleported me. He says I must surrender myself to him or Candor dies. Who is Candor? Laura, come fly. They head up there. Okay, wow! Best artwork in the whole book, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is obviously something that he was probably drew this while on his Survivor.
But the coloring is perfect too. The coloring is perfect here too.
Yeah.
All right. So how about sex? Excuse me? Sex. I've got so many questions I want to ask you about. Mom keeps saying that I have all these questions about being Kryptonian, that you're the only person who can answer them. And I got so many questions. I don't know and where to start. And I guess I'm in a hurry to ask them all at once. And I was wondering if there's something you could tell me about sex. Never was Terrence. They're fragile. I hate the Man of Steel women of tissue. Superman has absolute control of his strengths.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would be stomping through the floor every step he makes. Even when he's angry, which is something you can lose control of your strengths on, he'd be whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah. Otherwise, be like.
I mean, yes, there's some
That
things.
they could be like that. One funny example is when you think about back to Dragon Ball, like right when Goku came back from Namek and had to convince Chi-Chi that they need to train for androids. And hey, come on, and
Right.
flew through the walls and hit a tree.
Yep. Now I should also point out as well that that people can say, "Oh, but the Jackal would shoot right through her." What proves that? What scientific proof is there that it would just go like a laser or a bullet out?
Hancock movie.
Okay, but people were thinking as well before Hancock, so Hancock was playing off of that. Fragile, puny, stupid. These humans, they don't know their place. Like I say, the artwork improves immensely in this book. They're very young. You don't know the poison those words contain. You sound like mom. Your mother is wise. That doesn't. Again, it's all the humans just make a mess of things. Look at them. When they aren't killing their planet, they're killing each other for their own sake. Why don't we just take over and run things and do what? Make them all slaves?
That's this what actually makes me that. Is she implying that? Is she then claiming that humans did what she was just came to stop Brainiac from doing?
Well, no, she's saying that it's just further and like Lex is just another human doing all this. But you're using circular logic like you always do, Clark, working backwards from a dumbass conclusion, repeating whatever Mom and Pa told you without giving it a damn thought. Do you remember when I told you I was done talking? I lied. I had Palmer leave a little something behind when he did the hokey pokey around your inner ear. That's why you could see me and hear me right now. Don't ask how it works. You wouldn't understand. You're not smart enough. Now, I would say this, knowing every time I hear Bruce condescend him, makes me smile when he realized how wrong he was come Dark Knight 3.
Yeah,
I love that. Dark Knight 3 makes all of this worth it.
Yeah, at least that
he realizes I was wrong. Yeah. But
especially when he had the what was it? Who did he have co-write it?
Oh, well, Brian Azzarello, who is notorious. He is notorious for making Superman more alien. But yeah, for God's sakes, man, what's the take? What more can they do to you? What can be possibly have left to lose? Your honor, your dignity, Metropolis, Lois? I love how she's about to fry him. She is about to fry him. It's Candor. It's Candor. Yeah, they stole her when they destroyed my fortress. They're holding her hostage. Well, then we'll just have to steal her back. Now look at that. He's realizing what a dick he's been.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at that artwork. Would you agree? That's him like,
it's pretty much. You can probably see that this is a conversation they should have had an issue ago.
Well, yeah, but you can see that is a face of regret. For a moment, he's showing regret. Candor, 10 million Kryptonians at last count. It'll be a bitch if we screw it up. Then he's like, good thing we won't. Let's get this straight, Clark. From here on out, we don't debate a damn thing. We don't discuss a damn thing. You tell me what I want to know, and you do what I tell you to do. From here on out, you work for me. This, I look more or less of a Bruce who's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Like, he's more gung-ho.
Yeah.
But Lara Garth's like, the same goes for you, young lady. You work for me. How dare you? You're nothing but human flesh and human bone. I could hunt you down in seconds, erase you at a whim. I do like how, and one thing I will give this, Laura being what Clark could have been at its worst. I like that because he didn't cheat. I hate to be saying this. Being raised by Amazons was not the best upbringing for a Kryptonian.
Yeah, it wasn't because depending on which Amazonians we're talking about, like.
Well, these one in particular. The warriors. They're just nothing but the warrior race.
Yeah, and at worst, there was those misandrists.
Yep, like from Red Sun.
Yeah, more Flashpoint. But that's
Yep. Yes. Yes, he can. He's our only hope. The bastard. He's our only hope. It's about time you. What on earth? That was nothing. Just a power surge. They happen. Wait for your orders. I'll be in touch. He's dying. No way. Not Bruce. He's dying. You don't know Bruce. No, not just yet, old man. Not just yet. One more job to finish. One last run. Now, Bruce should have died in this story. Do you agree with this? Bruce should have died.
Yes, I could agree to that point that sometimes characters should be allowed to die because if they survive past the point where they could have had the good death that they could have narratively had at the end of their character arcs, are they properly living while still being alive?
Well, again, Bruce, I say this, Bruce died at the end of Dark Knight Returns. Bruce Wayne, dead.
Yeah, Batman, on the other hand,
lived on.
Yeah.
Oh boy, look at this. The experiment on children. That's where Joker came from. I am convinced that is where Joker came from.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? That's where Joker was experimented on.
Yeah, the Jokers that we're having seen around, like, you could say that there could be multiple Jokers in multiple different costumes. And
probably some of the other Teen Kid heroes mutated.
Yeah, that's why we haven't seen any teenage heroes past in the next generation.
Yep. That's it. You're running dog lackeys. The people are fighting their boy. You multinational conglomerate sons of bitches. You can't fight collectivism with collectivism, you Marxist twit. Oh yeah? How about we take this little discussion out back, Mr. Let's privatize the fire department? Okay. Without Carter around, Sage is the best person to argue with Ollie.
Yeah.
But yeah, see this creepy stuff like, they like, what the heck's going on in that place? And they like this year, you're like, what the hell?
Oh.
Denied rumors of genetic manipulation.
Ugh.
Okay, and then we have Saturn Girl, but she's not Saturn Girl. She's Saturn Girl's ancestor.
Oh.
I like that. I do like that idea.
I know. You start to break apart the whole idea that there is supposed to be a future in this timeline with the Legion of Superheroes who were inspired by Superman, who was this Superman, who had this period.
Yeah, and I love this whole bit.
Before Dark Knight 3, and with the whole whatever fix-ups he did to his reputation. So
yeah. Now to be fair though, Saturn is supposed to be from Saturn, so obviously he's playing loose with it. But I like it how she's a precog, like Saturn Girl. Not my real name, but the real Saturn Girl is letting me borrow it. She's not new there right now on account of she's not born yet. Like, will I ever? What's wrong? I can't go with you. I'm not brave like you are. I'm scared because she's seeing the vision about Joker. He makes himself look like the Joker, but that's not who he is. I can't see who he is, but he hates you. He hates you more than anybody, even more than he hates Mr. Wayne. I know who you're talking about, and there's nothing to fear. He's dead. No, he can't. Now, this was supposed to be clear. It's supposed to be the same guy.
Okay, the implication is probably there.
Yeah, because she even says, I don't know who he is. So, again, I do think Frank's supposed to say it's the same guy. Now he's that's Mixie. Now, Carrie going this far, killing him. I think it was the adrenaline. It's the adrenaline, the fact that nothing's keeping him down.
Yeah, it could be if there had been a scene showing that tried just pushing back, that didn't work. Doing something else didn't work. Something else didn't work.
Oh, he said Oliver even said he done the monster in with incendiaries. So she's basically like, okay, I took it apart piece by piece. So I think this is more meant to be clear it's the same guy. But even then, this is giving more and more proof. If this is Dick, there's no coming back. There's no reasoning. There's no nothing.
Yeah, no.
Oh boy, Plastic Man's like, rah, rah, rah. Hey guys, where you going, Buzz? Out of his mind. Oh, that's super. Okay, now Superman, okay. He's zapping them, but they clearly jumped.
Better than what we saw in Returns.
Dark Knight Returns, yeah. Oh boy, Brainiac's world. But she's saying she's submitting herself body and soul. Oh boy, this is creepy. But this I can buy as Brainiac, pulling something like this. Not his words, but his actions. Would you agree this sounds something like a version of Brainiac could do?
Yeah, it could be probably a precursor to what Jeff Johns had Brainiac do in with Superman after he caught him into his ship.
Yep. Oh, and this was brilliant. This is brilliant. Having the Atom go in there. Of course, with Luthor. Ha! This is one way up a lot better than having Kent ball his eye out one more time. That man is tedious, let me tell you. I break him, and he still takes it. It stops being fun after a while. But you arrogant rabble-rouser, you self-righteous prick, this is perfect. This is goddamn Christmas. You picked the perfect day to blunder in my hands. They caught me trying a clumsy break-in. I didn't put up much of a fight. I'm utterly helpless. At his mercy. Really? The perfect day. How so? Enlighten me, Lex. I get to see the look in your face. I get to see you watch the day you made impossible. Me? How so? Sorry, I missed that. What were you saying? You forced our hand the way things were. Our hold on power was more tenuous than it appeared. Now we've got all the excuse we need to do whatever we should have done from the get-go. Look there, another fire, another pack of your militants, no doubt. Looks like the old 38th Street Armory going up. Ha! They want a fire? I'll show them fire. Right, and soon I'll show them fire. The city has served me well. I'll miss it. It won't miss you. Lex Luthor, evil genius, archfiend, headed for a fall. Ha! Look at it. Look at dear Metropolis, built with the sweat and blood of generations. First in wood and brick, then in granite and concrete and glass, then in steel and pyrex, then in hard plastic and transparent polymers. Metropolis, the city of dreams, reaching for the sky. In the blink of an eye, Metropolis will cease to exist. 10 minutes from now, it's going to be gorgeous. Sure of that, are you? Our space cannons have been tested and retested. They work. They work damnably well with uncanny precision. They vaporized all Kent's Arctic fortress. They erased the rainforest refugee of your buddies from planet Sanagar. Yes, Shire and Carter, the Hawks. Carter, the Hawks, you murdered them, didn't you? Hell yes, but that was nothing, scarcely an appetizer. The cannons are so precise that this tower would stand intact while every other inch of Metropolis is reduced to ashes. And there's the only one component of a dazzling array we've got in place up there. Sometimes I've got to pinch myself thinking about all the fun ways we spend all those trillions of taxpayer dollars. Let's hear it. We've got a few minutes left. Yeah, 8. So let's hear it, fat boy. We've got orbital nukes. We got thermobarbaric cluster bombs that split into 1,000 little smart-ass drones that'll hunt down anything you stick them on. We've even got, you're going to love this, we've got simple steel rods you propel from orbit and hit deep and hard. The impact releases geothermic energy that shatters tectonic plates, setting up earthquakes and killing millions. You're smart. You're damn smart to know that. I've been watching. And yeah, I'm smart enough to destroy your ass, to arrange for you to get wiped off the face of the earth. Go on. You're killing me. No, I'm not. That's not part of the job. I'm just here to make sure you get killed. You were saying? Okay, this Lex is mad scientist Lex pushed again to the extreme.
Yeah. The Lex we have had since post-crisis wouldn't end up in this.
But this feels like pre-crisis Lex, again, turned up to 11. Oh, Big Barda, hot Gates, who was already established as a porn star.
Yeah. Not the actual Barda, but someone who causes a Barda.
Yep, with a butt like that, I'll call her Pope. The president just got a good look at his latest approval readings. He doesn't have to say dick to you media pansies. Dumb thing to say!
Kind of weird, hey. This wasn't core Metal Gear Rising Revenge, but somehow this looked like a...
Yeah! I know who you're talking
like
about.
Senator Armstrong.
He does. Ma, Pa, you were wrong. Okay, this I hate. This I hate. I will always cherish your memory, but you are wrong. I will always cherish this planet and its creatures, but you are wrong. I am not one of them. I am not human. It took my own daughter and my darkest rival, my despised opponent, to teach me I am not human, and I am no man's servant. I am no man's slave. I will not be ruled by the laws of man. Ah! Like I said, 60% a good story, but the other 40%, this is 10% of that 40% that is the worst.
Yes, this is just.
And what is the point with Hawk and Dove? Like Hawk and Dove, don't ask.
Probably a filler panel that's needed.
Yeah.
Okay, then I can either have the scene continue there or put something to.
Yeah, but that, or maybe he was given a quota of heroes to include.
Probably.
Now, Hal doing this seems awesome, but yeah, you have all the stuff that's building on, but they're attacking the Kandor. But then Ray shows up, takes it down, and industrial sites will be spared, of course. The military resources currently under our control. We estimate 1 billion survivors worldwide. Enough, but not too many. A manageable population. My, will you look at the time? Here it comes. You're right about that. You're damn right about that. Here it comes. I'm telling you, man, you're killing me. No. Oh, no, no. Striking terror. Best part of the job. Yes, hell, it gets rid of it all. Jihad! Shut up.
Oh.
But yeah, everyone's wondering what the hell's going on, but then all of it's gone. Bruce, you were right when you laughed in our faces all those years ago. When you called us, the rest of us, a pack of fools. You were right. Of course we're criminals. We've always been criminals. On this planet, we have to be criminals. Not like that!
Yeah, not like that. The whole thing that how it, even I, like I said in the previous time, the whole thing that them being criminals and always being criminals, that works
to avoid the red tape,
to
avoid the red tape and things like that.
Yeah, but the whole point is that they're vigilantes. Vigilantes are illegal, and vigilante activity is criminal, illegal vigilante activity. That is the only way we can say that, okay, they are criminals in that sense.
Not in this sense of being dictators. It was you. You planned this. You knew he was coming. You knew what he could do. You knew. But you sat there and let yourself get caught and sat there and took it. I punched you and I punched you and you sat there and took it. Why? To distract you? I have another operation in progress. Besides, I just had to be here to see the look in your face with Ace. It was worth it. Heads up. That window behind you is about to explode and you're about to die. I just love how Barry's just there like, and he turned it into a chair. I do like that.
Yeah, or something to lean up to.
Yep. Oh, no. Bruce is sitting.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You little shit. Do you know who I am? Way to go, kid.
Doesn't care.
I know. Jesus, Bruce. Get used to it, Barry. These youngsters play it rough. It's a whole new ballgame. I think Bruce thinks he's going to die. I think Bruce feels like he's doesn't have time or the energy to complain.
Yeah, that's probably.
I mean, look at it. In Dark Knight 3, we knew he was hospitalized after this.
Yeah. He just going to the last things and no more expenses any left anymore.
Exactly. Now, of course, dealing with Brainiac, but I do love this. All of the Kandorians coming over there, thanks to Ray getting them out. Like, I'm going to contain you. You are like, Professor Palmer, I'm Abba Del Kelma. I want you inside me. Excuse me? I'm to contain you. You're vulnerable, and things are about to get very hot. Okay! That because she's being blunt? I get that. That is a good double entendre because it's like, yeah, what better place to be protected than a Kryptonian skin?
Yeah, that's basically the question.
And she's being blunt. I need you inside me.
Yeah, because it's inside a fist, in the armpit, between the chest, or.
But in this case, her eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brett,
when there's an imagination, there is a way.
Yep, you joined our mind. I love this. All of their heat vision. All of it.
Where did they get the solar energy for that? Do we skip
That's a
a
good-
panel or?
That's a good question. But then things get very bad very fast. I'm 10 minutes on Metropolis. I get a distress call from the cave. It's Carrie. Boss, we've been... get out of there, now! Too late. I love you. I think you mean like a daughter, of course. Insane
Lord,
laughter. Afterburners! Damn, there's no time. No time. It's still minutes from the cave. Minutes. Too damn many of them. She'll be dead. She'll be dead. To do something. Something fast. Fast! Never mind the damn heart. It'll hold. Sink, old man. Sink fast! I'm gonna die. Satin girl was right. I cut him, and he heals back up. He can't die. He can't die. He's breaking me. He's breaking me. Bone by bone. He's killing me. Cut by cut. He cuts me fat. He cuts my face. Who is he? Who is he? Buy her some time. This'll work. It'll work. He loves you. The daughter he never had. So pretty. Sweet 16. Gonna skin you alive. I'm gonna skin you alive. The hell you will. You're just gonna die. Alfred, command destruct code. Zap, biff, pow. Very good, sir. Destruct sequence engaged. Command override. Abort sequence code. Kitty and Kitty Newmar Craig. Code invalid. Destruct sequence engaged. So it's you.
Kind of funny reference in the digital.
Yep. Yep.
The effects and the Catwoman actors.
Yep.
From 60s. So
I changed the abort code and then I fired you, Dick Grayson. You were always so damn smart. Now, how does hair change from blonde to black? Unless he's a shape changer.
Yo, let's go with that.
Why'd you know this?
Let's go with the fact that the healing factor is a shape shifting ability. Like you can carve something off, but because it's the wounds that he gets from him with fight. It's just some people breaking him open and then he breaks them. It just closes them apart again with the shape shifting.
Yep. Now, of course, the Kandorians get Kara and Lara out there. Like, yeah, when I fired your sorry butt for incompetence, for cowardice, you couldn't cut the mustard. Again, I don't think Bruce means this. I do not think he means it at all. Remember, he's trying to buy time.
Yeah, that it's considering the circumstances, that's something that it probably is, and it's something that you would have to probably understand on the second or third read. It's probably not the first implication you would guess.
I know Linkara likes to look at he's being straight, and given how he is an all-star Batman, I wouldn't blame him. But no, I think he's full of it. And for one, he talked to, it made clear during the returns, he talked to Dick 2 years after he retired.
Yeah.
Now, of course, he could still have fired him and Dick and him to met up as just Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
And did you bawl like a baby or what? You were pathetic, Dickster. You were always pathetic. You're still pathetic. And now you're pathetic and just plain weird looking. I'll rip your heart out and shove it down your throat, Bruce, and you'll thank me for it. After you see what I do to your little piece of jailbait here, you don't know what I can do. You don't know what I've become. Sure I do. Back before I had them killed, your boss just turned you into a damn freak. I underwent radical gene therapy. I can't die. Oh, sure you can, Bobbin. You're senile. That can't happen. I grow back. Now there's nothing left to grow back, and Dondi. Hey, what? Now I gotta say, this bit here, Dick looks good here. What? You got yourself a disintegrator ray? Nah, got the best thing. Button. Alfred, drop him. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Whoops. You've gone old and old slow, boy. Happy landings. Ah! Ralph, now. On it, man. I never told you how the destruct sequence works, did I, Peach? The cave goes deep down, a lot deeper than you expect. Millions down, and at the bottom, a volcano. What?
This is something that just wouldn't have worked well. Like, going back to all the previous stories and those, just think about it. There's a volcano down there. There's a volcano down there. There's a volcano down there. all the times you see the Batmobile, you see the Bat cave in this continuity, just think, yeah, there's a volcano down there.
Exactly. But yeah, then it goes, damn you and your hologram, face me like a man. Okay. It's, I'm no Sanitarian, but it's a good, clean cut. It does the job. Damn you. Damn you, I loved you. So what? You were useless. You didn't have the chops. You couldn't cut the mustard. Ah, hell, he caught the head. I loved you. I would have done anything from you. You're breaking my heart. Let's die. This would be a grand death. Couldn't ask for better. Where am I? You're in the Batmobile, kid. You're going to make it. The boss, where is he? He's still in the cave. He didn't leave himself a way out. I'm sorry. No, you're wrong. He's got to find a way. He always finds a way. Now, where to? A grand death. But I'm in no mood for dying. Now, I don't say this. Bruce would have died. Batman, nope.
Yeah, Batman is let's go with the super ego that Batman would be in Bruce's head. That would have kept him from dying. The humanity in Bruce Wayne, that would have allowed this death happen. But it actually goes back to the Batman. When he's physically here and doesn't need to buy time anymore, does he still need to uphold the attitude he kept up?
I think he did because he needed to get him into place. I think that's the mocking here. He's doing because he knows. By this point, he already knows. He's gone. This isn't Dick. There's no talking to him. There's no reasoning with him. He's already killed how many other heroes?
Yeah.
This is clearly not him. Not anymore. The fact that Bruce was willing to chop his head off should have been proof of that.
Yeah, it's a sad way of how it ended up. With
Carrie, so long, boy wonder. See, that, even the look there, I think he cared. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Is that a tear? Is that a bit of a tear?
Okay, it shows better in the enlarged image, but yeah, looking at the print,
That looks like a bit of a tear. Yeah, I think he was full of shit.
Oh.
He was full of shit. He feels
Tears are
bad.
involuntary in some cases.
True, but Frank wouldn't put that in there if he didn't mean it.
Was it Frank or was it Lynn?
Lynn, but it had to been under Lynn's and probably Frank telling her about it, though.
Yeah.
I think Frank and Bruce was full of shit. This whole time, he's full of shit.
Yeah. That's pretty much what we needed Dark Knight 3 to.
Oh, gee. This, even remember we saw this in Funeral and Returns that there was a cult for Superman. I believe this is fun. Oh, you'll believe a man can fly, taking the Superman movie logo. Again, this is more of something Wally would do, not Barry.
Yeah, that's true. That's well, Barry now, but Barry back then, no.
What exactly should we do with our planet, Laura? Okay, that is something Frank thankfully fixes in Dark Knight 3.
Yeah.
The painkillers I feed her kick in. Carrie almost pulls off a smile. The split lip makes it look stupid. Seeing her savage like this, I feel my stomach go cold again. My hands shake. I don't think she knows this. You're right about one thing, Dick Grayson. I love her. She's stable. She'll be all right. Sturdy as ever. And as ever, there's no shutting her up. You're losing all your stuff. You're blowing it all up. It's nothing. It's junk. A robot dinosaur, for goodness sake. Yeah, well, yeah. And that giant penny was pretty bogue. But it's your history. Your whole history. Souvenirs, darling. Nothing but souvenirs. I was sentimental back when I was old. And that is it. And I'll say this. I look back at this a bit better than I used to. What about you?
Well,
is it as bad as you remember? Is it as bad as you remembered it, or is there some good to it?
Well, there is some good to it. There are good scenes.
Yeah,
but there are also kind of moments that raise questions.
Yeah,
and why did it? Some things that just show up. Some things are good built up. The Green Lantern stuff that's built up well.
Yeah, but. Okay, let's start from order. First, Carrie, best thing in the book.
Yeah.
Best thing in the book is Carrie. Carrie, nothing wrong with her whatsoever. Superman.
We should wonder that we had a good point of view narrator.
Yeah, we needed that.
We're jumping back and forth.
Yeah, Barry, Vic, Shazam, some of those
Wonder Woman just
here.
disappeared from the story. That like we didn't see her
Yeah.
again after she just looked how Clark, Superman, and Lara just flew away, and
Probably because she didn't
anymore.
want to butt in. I think she didn't want to butt in. And for all we know, she could have been more hurt than we thought.
Just probably decided to die of all. If she's not, was she? Did she have any presence in Dark Knight 3?
Yeah, and she had a son.
Oh, yeah, that version of John.
Yeah, but again, Laura, hate her. Superman, roller coaster. I am more and more looking at, without being knee jerk, Bruce and Superman. Some of their stuff makes sense, but the execution was horrible. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, it is. Like I said, they could do some kind of a remastered re-release for this book, in having some of the artwork fixed and probably do some dialogue editing, add some lines to explain some context and
rework Brainiac. Have it be that he was reprogrammed by Luthor or something.
Yeah, that especially would be some good.
Because Lex, I will be honest, Lex, like I said, this is pre-crisis Lex turned up to 11.
Yeah.
And going off the rails. He turned up to 11 and then went right off the rails.
Yo.
And again, the super chick stuff was overdone. It felt like that was just an excuse for Frank to draw more babes.
Yeah, that's true. That's just
because he couldn't draw Carrie, babe, because she's a sweet 16, and even he's not that much of a creeper.
Yeah, everyone has, at least those are standards he has.
And
well, on the other hand, that was barely she was barely legal.
Just barely legal, yeah. But even then, she didn't show up that much by comparison. And she showed up some, but not that much. But yeah, and then Wonder Woman, worst part of the book. Wonder Woman, worst part.
Yeah, the Miller, that version of Wonder Woman more or less exists as a supporting character in someone else's story.
Exactly. And again, it's like, that's not Wonder Woman at all. That's not even close to Wonder Woman. But again, I would say the whole idea of taking the world that Frank set up and then having it be within 3 years, it got worse. I can buy that. Having someone like Lex come in and taking advantage of something that was done for innocent reasons. Because let's be honest, the way the world set up in Dark Knight 3 was done for innocent reasons. It wasn't well handled, but the reasons were sound. But it's that whole notion of you can have good reasons when you execute a new bill. But what happens when the next administration comes in?
Yeah.
It's why you don't try and push such big, huge programs that you like, oh yeah, we'll handle it. Yeah, but what if the next administration completely misuses it?
Yeah, that's the whole in America's dark case because you have that's a 4 years, 4 to 12 years, and I will probably mention that we in Finland we have 6-year terms for presidents.
Yeah,
and we pretty much had 12 years of Halonen, 12 years of Niinistö, and this year started the reign of Alexander Stubb.
But yeah, it's just like, and then, like I said, so having it be then that someone like Lex takes over and makes it, abuses it, makes sense. That makes logical sense.
Yeah, that makes sense in that sense. Not to mention, it's some conspiracy theorists who make and political thriller stories also make it bigger, so that the president is just a figurehead who and while the people with real power are behind the scenes.
Exactly, and like I said, it works here on paper, on principle. The idea works. Have it be that Clark and the others are stuck. Now, to be fair though, why is the other league there as sanctioned heroes when it was made clear Clark was supposed to be the only one?
Yeah, Wonder Woman is,
And Captain. Now, to be fair, Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman make the most sense, if you ask me.
Yeah, considering
the
wisdom of Solomon is probably keeping
Billy.
him
sorry, not Billy. He's not Billy. Just Shazam.
Yeah, in that kind of sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The question served no point, but was fun. So there was some character there that served no point.
Yeah, he was. Some.
Like Flash and the Atom served a point. They served a point. It's
Flash got to do most of the recon stuff, going back and forth here and there.
Yeah,
Atom got to do
Kandor.
Big stuff with Kandor.
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter was an unfortunate casualty. Sacrificial lamb.
Ollie is a carryover. Ollie's a carryover. Makes sense. But I said, the whole idea of the super chicks on concept makes sense. On concept makes sense. But it didn't go anywhere after the second issue.
Yeah, they were just around at that point.
Again, it made sense.
It's another form of that. Having a character survive past the point where they were supposed to be killed off.
Yeah.
Do they serve any purpose anymore at that point? Are they just like for example, like Until Dawn? If you have a character survive past the point where they're supposed to die, they just reduce to background characters.
Same with The Walking Dead. At least on some of the seasons. Other seasons, they're just as important going forward. But other ones are like, you kept them alive, but then they're literally walking dead until they're supposed to die again.
Yeah.
You have things like that. It's just, I give this a 4 out of 10.
Yo.
If I was to give a ranking, this would be a 4 out of 10. It's not the 0. It's not the, oh my God, it's the worst book I've ever seen in my life. It's nothing like that. Because again, it's 60% good. It's 60% good, but that other 40% eats into the 60%.
Yo, that is an unfortunate thing that it ends up losing.
When I say it's 60%, I mean across all 3 books, those 60%, like 60% of the total is good, but the 40% that's crap is worse than you think.
Yo, the whole thing about Superman just where most of with Superman's latter parts in the book, those things, Batman calling out Superman and still holding on to whatever virtues he still has.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman being a side character in someone else's story. With Green Lantern, those can be excused.
Yeah. Then you have good stuff like the death of Captain Marvel, best part of the book.
Yo.
Then you have that bit, that look of remorse on Bruce after he finds out about Kandor. Just that, like, shit.
Yeah, that was something that you just realized. It was a conversation they should have had earlier.
Yeah.
Like, most of the troubles and conflicts that Batman and Superman had in the story, they could have, if they probably had...
If Bruce even wondered why, instead of assume I know why.
Yeah. Not to mention, it would have been probably somewhat better if they had some, periodic meetings to catch up, exchange information on what the other is doing, to make sure that they would end up in conflict with each other in the future.
But to be fair, though,
Luthor and Brainiac could have probably catch both up and
that's why they didn't. That's why Clark didn't want Laura around him.
Yeah.
Because between him and Wonder Woman, they were keeping an eye on Superman like a hawk. No, actually, no, I did that. You know what was the worst? Brainiac was the worst of the whole thing. Because out of everyone else, you could still say there was a smidget of in character. But Brainiac, no. Why would he care? Why is he doing this?
Oh, this was like Brainiac who Kandor came to Earth and decided to, no need to expand the intelligence anymore, no need to look for other planets, no need to bother with anything else.
Again, it doesn't fit with anything. What could Lex have convinced him to join in. What could Lex have done? I can't think of anything.
I wonder if the Superman Year One could have had some
It could have.
fourth issue that could have probably opened up or implied something.
Exactly. They even say here, villain decay. Brainiac and Lex Luthor aren't nearly as smart in DDKSA as they are in our story. In fact, some of the decisions they make are darn right moronic. Yep. And like I said, Dick Grayson, he's not Dick. He's not anymore.
Yeah. Whatever that was for the character, that was taken off screen
by Brainiac and Lex.
Yeah.
I don't think he agreed to it. I don't. You know what I mean? Because I know most people miss that. Most people ignore that.
Yeah, it's Frank. I don't know how much Frank Miller is still contractually or not, or what terms he is with DC Comics to do any follow-ups or in between.
Oh, he's working on a carry. He's working on a carry book.
Okay, that's somewhat good, but to get something or to answer some questions in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, turns out, you know what the Super Chicks were based off of? Destiny's Child and the Dixie Chicks.
Okay, I remember them being something of a thing back at the time.
That makes sense.
Somewhat still in their prime also.
Yeah, again, that makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Plastic Man. Plastic Man was just awesome.
Yeah, it's something that you brought attention to, that this character. That's something of I could say that Frank Miller pulled a Jeff Johns with another character before Jeff Johns started to do what he does.
Exactly. But unlike Jeff Johns who did in canon, he did it not in canon, but most people agree. And but the thing is, though, I don't think many people, when they think about him, think about what Frank did.
Yeah, it's an example of what the character can do have the potential in an Elseworld story. It could be open a window to make it also in a there. But as long as it's done in moderation and not as pushing it too far with it.
Exactly. But again, for this book, and compare out of all of the Dark Knight stuff, it's the worst out of all of the Dark Knight material.
I wonder what the story would have been before if
9/11 didn't happen.
Yeah, if it hadn't happened, or if he had not been in New York when 9/11 happened,
or if DC didn't mandate that he put in more heroes. That I wonder.
Yeah.
But again, it's just like I said. This was overall interesting, but because here's how I would rank them: Dark Knight 3. No, Dark Knight, then Dark Knight 3. Dark Knight 3 is that damn good. And I include the one shot.
The Last Crusade.
Last Crusade. I include that in there. Then you got Batman Spawn, because that counts.
Oh, yeah. That's
All-Star Batman and Robin, because I gotta say, All-Star Batman and Robin works once you get to the Green Lantern issue. Because that's when everything reshapes.
Yeah, to say it just took that long.
Oh yeah. Then you have the Golden Child. No. I remember that above All-Star Batman Robin is Superman. The first half of Superman year 1. The first half of it. The first issue and a half.
Yeah.
Then you would do All-Star Batman. Then the second half of Superman year 1. Then Golden Child, and then Strikes Again.
Okay, yeah, that makes.
Because again, The Dark Knight Returns, the best. It set it all up. But Dark Knight 3 was the best follow-up. Clearly, it fixed all the mistakes, all of it. Right down to having Bruce. Turns out getting that beating was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because remember that he basically was so beaten that he was out cold, bedridden for a long while.
Joo,
At least that's what Carrie claimed.
Joo, where it ended up at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, no. Overall, meh. Was it the torture vest? Not really.
Yeah. Could be fixed to some point. That's
the thing. It's salvageable. That's better than you could say for a lot of other bad books. This is salvageable.
Yeah. Iron out some things, add some
the
alternate some dialogue, add some lines, fix the artwork, and it would be
fix the color. Again, the coloring is the worst part. The artwork is on its own not bad. I know I've seen Frank do worse. Look at Xerxes. Remember how bad that was?
Yo. No wonder how maybe Sin City worked very well because it was in black and white.
Mm-hmm. It did. But again, so yeah, that's The Dark Knight Strikes Again, DK2, whatever you want to call it.
Yo.
Thank you, Pika, for joining me on this one. Thank you, everyone else. And who knows? I still got to cover. I do have to still cover All-Star Batman and Robin at some point.
It's from where? Behind the Lamp.
Yep. But I need to cover some. Maybe you, maybe Stefan, Doxy, who knows? But until then, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
And may your heart be your guiding game.
Mm-hmm.